Hi everyone, my name is Alisa Tilsner and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And this video is a part 2 of a 3-step series, a 3-video series on colouring each of the apples from the Apple Harvest stamp set. If you're looking for video number 1, which is the single apple that I've coloured in here, I will pop links down in the description for you to find them. So in this video, we'll be colouring the second image and I'm introducing a few new colours, extra colours than we did for this one. So the technique is pretty much always the same when I colour in. So make sure you go back and watch video number 1 because I will just start colouring in these videos. So again with my light wash, and we're just going to pop that colour down first. And you'll probably find that as we get moving in towards the other videos, I perhaps don't chat as much because I've already explained pretty much what I've done in the first video. Okay, so there's our first wash done. Make sure I'm in the screen. Come in with our darker concentrated colour and just go over those darker areas that the artist has already drawn for us. So if you are perhaps new to colouring, this one is a really good one to colour because the artist has done such a great job of helping us already. There are a few areas that I will show you that you will probably want to add a little bit more darkness. So again, I'm just taking that into the center. I'm not so fussed about the outside area. We want to keep that a little bit lighter. And then we just drag that into the center. Now for this apple, because it's sitting behind the leaf and it's also sitting behind another apple, we do want to give it a little bit of shading. So we're just going to give a nice fine line behind the leaf and then where the apple sits as well. And we've got a tiny little spot back here. Don't miss that one. And that will probably a little bit darker as well. Dry off your brush and then blend that towards the center as well. Okay, now my apple is looking quite dark this time. I must have put down a darker layer to start with, and also because it's a slightly smaller area, and we've got a little bit there where the stem might be casting a shadow, so we'll blend that as well. Okay, so that one was really, really simple. And again, we're just going to do the same. There's tiny little bit of shading in the center there. It would be a little bit darker as it dips down. As we're going around, there is a little bit. This is really super fine, so you want to make sure that your nib is nice and pointy. Don't have your nib, your bristles broken. So, and then we're just going to blend that together as well. Okay, so that is our apples. Okay, so next we will move on to the flesh of the apple, and I'm using So Saffron for these colors, and I'm also going to use it for the blossoms. Now when I did my first card, I actually did exactly the same type of technique, and it produced quite a yellow flesh. So I'll just grab my card to show you. Oops, dropping things on the ground. So there is my card. So you can see it's quite a yellow flesh. So if you didn't, I'm just picking my cards up. If you don't want such a yellow flesh, don't do the first wash. So I'm going to try a little bit differently this time. If you want it quite yellow, do a wash. If you don't want it yellow, then just follow this step that I'm doing now. So all I'm going to do is actually omit the first step and then come in, and where the artist has drawn the darker lines, that's where I'm going to put my So Saffron. So around where the seeds are, because if we can imagine an apple is quite white where the seeds are. So I'm just going to draw my colours like that and then blend them out with just my water, which is and that will give you a lighter flesh. And I might even bring in back my other card for a little bit of comparison to see which one that you would prefer. So, and actually that makes it really quick because we're doing less steps, aren't we? Okay, and I'm going to do the same with the blossoms. So there is a little bit of shading already, and then I just generally do the centers. And this one, we've got a little bit of shading already on there. And then we just wipe off our nib and just blend in those yellows so that they're nice and super, super pale. Okay, and then I will do my leaves. So I'm going to do our first wash down, and that also, by doing our leaves after our red, it gives our Poppy Parade time to dry as well. So, and I'll do this one. Okay, and there's not a lot of texture shading on this one. So this one I'll show you how I just do my quick colouring. So I usually just do straight down the centre. So not all of them has to be like super detailed like I did for the first one. So I just sort of bring that down. I do a squiggle motion. I think as long as they're uniform, it's fine. Like what you do on one leaf, you do on the other. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of shadowing behind that one, and then a little bit of shadowing behind that one. It's only very pale, so you can keep going over and over. I've actually run out of nice dark green, so if you want it really rich, squeeze your lid ink again, oh my words, and then, or even put a re-inker, or you can either go up another color and tie in some mossy meadow. Okay, and then we have our crumb cake for our stalk, our branch. And then you can leave your card, your image like this. Let me just make sure I'm back in the screen. So you can leave your card, your image like that and use it like that. Or if you want to take off, because I find it quite stark like that. So I'm actually going to bring in some balmy blue, and I'm going to make this one quite a watery palette here for myself. And what I'm going to do is just go behind these little areas here. And I'm also just going to smudge an outline going around. Now, when I do an outline image, you can see that I'm putting my paintbrush on the card and I'm just dragging it around. Just dragging that color around. So, and I'm not fussed whether I don't have a point. It's actually easier when it is a little bit flatter because you can just drag that around. I did cut these images out, so I wasn't too fussed that I had a harsh line on that one. I just wanted to take away that starkness. Now, if you do want to just use like a rectangle and have that, then you can just quite easily come in and just blend those colors out to make it a square. And I have done that in a live video that I did last week, so I will also link to that. I will also link to that video in this one in the description. Okay, so you can do that and just sort of fade it out, which I think is really fresh looking when you add the balmy blue, sort of just lifts the whole thing. Now I'm just going to stand up a little bit so I can actually see that I am in the screen. All right, and I'll just do a little comparison of the darker flesh and the lighter flesh. So you can see with that one, I have gone lighter. I didn't do the step one of the wash that I normally do. With this one I did. So depending on what type of flesh you like on your apple, I actually quite like the lighter one for something a little bit different. Okay, so we will now move on to our part 3 video, which I will also link to in the description.